Hey, what is up guys? It is Limited Llama back with another MLB So Rare video. In this video, I'm going to be giving a recap of how my week 10 teams are doing. Then I'm also going to be upgrading my team because this week, starting game week 11, the limited teams can only consist of limited players. And the only way for me to field enough limited players is if I get more players. So I'm going to be buying a few players for my team that should put me in a good spot to win both the limited all-star competition and the limited pro competition going forward. So a quick update on how my teams are doing right now. Common all-star, again, never does super well. Just going to get another random common player. That's fine. I don't really care too much about that. Limited all-star, we're actually doing pretty solid. Jose Ramirez racking up 51 points. This is the last time he's going to be playing in the limited all-star competition, which is very sad. I did not know that starting tomorrow was the first competition with only limited players, but we'll miss you, buddy. You can go help out the common all-star competition. So he's doing super well. Both of our starting pitchers did pretty well, above 20 points. Not going to complain about that. Harold Ramirez also did super well, 36 points. Ahmed Rosario not too hot. And then Jason Adam did pretty well. And then Jose Abreu doing about average. He's in a game right now, so maybe he'll get some points. Over on the limited pro side of things, again, I don't think we're going to win this one. Hopefully the upgrades that I go ahead and do today will help this team to be a little bit more competitive, because we almost always have like a couple players who just aren't that good, right? We have Slater here, who just never really scored that many points, and then we have Will Benson here. I saw Austin Slater going on the auction market for like $5 today, and you can get him on the secondary market for like $2. So very confused about him. But Will Benson also not doing really anything. So this one I'm definitely not going to win, but I should get around a tier 3 limited card. I think that's probably where I'm going to end up at 177 points right now. So unless Jose Abreu hits a couple grand slams, I think I'm going to sit around a tier 3 limited, which sounds good to me. So let's go and let's get the cards that I need to upgrade my team. So the first thing that I did was I kind of figured out like what weaknesses I had, and I kind of came up with 4 main weaknesses. So I'm going to sort this by limited cards. I have enough starting pitchers. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starting pitchers. He's injured, but I'm sure he'll come back. So I have enough starting pitchers. So starting pitching wasn't really an issue for me. Relief pitching, actually, I was a little bit worried. I'm going to go ahead and add 1 relief pitcher, specifically because according to Fantasy Pros, the best relief pitcher is Camilo Doval, and you can pick up for around $6. He has fantasy points for the rest of the year at 176. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think that's a great value play. So I'm going to pick him up. And then I also realized that I need another corner infielder, since Jose Ramirez is no longer going to be on the team. I need another middle infielder, and then I need another outfielder. So I need another middle infielder, right? I have Ahmed Rosario. He'll play every week. I also have William Contreras, who can play middle infield, but I don't like playing him every week because, again, he's a catcher, and he's not going to play every single day. He has been racking in a lot of points, right? You see 24 here, 3. So when he does play, he sometimes gets quite a few points, but I don't like consistently playing him in my lineup. And then, again, I said a corner infielder because Jose Ramirez is gone. The only corner infielder I have right now is Jose Abreu. And I think I can play William Contreras as a corner infielder because he's a DH. So let me go. I think DHs count as a corner infielder. Let me go over to the basics roster. So a corner infielder can also be a DH. So William Contreras could be a DH or a middle infielder, but I would like to have 1 more of those. And then I also need outfield. Outfield has really been where I've struggled. Right, I have, where's Harold Ramirez? I got him for $1.65, which is a steal. He's been putting in points, and he'll be on my main team, but I need a secondary outfielder because Austin Slater just is not that good. Jack Peterson just really isn't that good. So I'm going to pick up another outfielder. So I went through Fantasy Pros and kind of went through all the positions that I needed, found the best players for like around $5 to $10, and then threw all those in a spreadsheet. So these are the players that I came up with, right? We got Camilo Doval, the relief pitcher, Brandon Lowe. The nice thing about Brandon Lowe is that he can be both a corner infielder and a middle infielder. because he's listed as a DH and I think a second baseman or something like that. So he's like $7. Then we got CJ Crone as an outfielder. He has 270 fantasy points expected for the rest of the year. Sorry, he's a first baseman, so he'll be the replacement for Jose Ramirez essentially. And then Charlie Blackman is the outfielder. He's around 525. So let's go over to Sorare and start picking these players up. So let's start at the top, Camilo Doval. We're going to go over to Market Manager Sales, and then filter by Camilo Doval, and then sort by lowest price. So $6.10. That's what I have in the spreadsheet. We'll pick up Camilo Doval at $6.11. Go ahead and purchase him. Okay, we got Camilo Doval, so scratch him off the list. Bought, yes. Next up is Brandon Lowe, corner infielder / middle infielder. So let's go ahead and pick him up. Now, the really interesting thing here, if you look, all of these other players, second base. Oh, this one again. So there's like 2 copies of Brandon Lowe. One of them has him listed as both a second baseman and a DH, and the other one only has him listed as a second baseman. So it's much more powerful to get him as a second baseman and as DH, because that means he can play in both a middle infielder and a corner infielder slot. So I'm definitely going to pick this one up for $6.78. That's what I have on the spreadsheet. So this is the one I was looking at earlier. Go ahead and snag him. All right, we got Brandon Lowe there. Got him. Next up is CJ Crone. The most expensive pickup, he's at $7.46, which is actually cheaper than we had before, so cheaper than I thought. He's also a first baseman and a DH, which I believe, oh no, the DH is a corner infielder, so he's specifically going to be a corner infielder, but $7.46, pretty solid price. Go ahead and pay that here. All right, we got CJ Crone, and then the last one is Charlie Blackman, our outfielder. Charlie Blackman. Got him for $5.25 here. Go ahead and grab him. All right, so we just upgraded the team, got the 4 players that I wanted. Go over to my cards, wait for it to kind of go through. There should be 4 new cards here. All right, we got Brandon Lowe, who isn't showing up here. Charlie Blackman is not showing up, probably because I just got him. Yeah, okay, so there he goes. Just showed up. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign my teams up for this upcoming week. So we'll go into upcoming, and then we're going to start with the limited all-star competition. This one is always my focus. Unfortunately, I only have 2 starting pitchers for this upcoming week. Johnny Cueto's against the Diamondbacks, and then Dean Kramer against the Astros. So obviously I'm going to pitch Cueto in the main lineup because he's against the Diamondbacks, and the Astros are really good, and the Diamondbacks aren't that good. So we'll pick up Johnny Cueto. Relief pitcher, we're going to pick up, I think, Camilo Doval. Andres Munoz, he just pitched today. He actually just shut out the Guardians, which I'm not super happy about. He got a save today, but he probably won't pitch tomorrow, or at least I think what they said was their traditional closer pitched the last 2 days, so he wasn't going to pitch today. So their traditional closer will be back. So I think I'm going to leave Andres Munoz for the secondary lineup and pitch Camilo Doval in the main lineup. Now, corner infielder, again, this is where it gets kind of interesting. I just picked up CJ Crone. He's rocking 8 points a game, so probably the best pickup there. I'll go with CJ Crone here. Middle infielder, I think I'm going to go with Ahmed Rosario. He's been pretty consistent, right? He's going to play all 3 games, so I think a good pickup there. Outfielders, I'm going to go with, I think, Harold Ramirez. I've found him to be really consistent. He hits a lot of power, so I'm going to go with Harold Ramirez here. The extra player, I think I'm going to go with Jose Abreu. Actually, I'm gonna put it as Will Benson right now. Go make my second lineup, and then based on whoever we have extra, I'll put there. Flex, I'm also going to go ahead and just put like a placeholder in, and then we'll make this limited pro lineup, and then based on who we have left, I'll go and put those in the other lineup. So we have to pitch Dean Kramer here. He's the only player who's actually going to pitch. We'll pitch Andres Munoz here, corner infielder. We got Charlie Blackman or Jose Abreu or Brandon Lowe. So let's see. So middle infielders. Who are we going to want as a middle infielder? Probably William Contreras as a middle infielder. Corner infielder, I think we're going to go with Brandon Lowe here. Outfielder, we're going to go with Charlie Blackman. Extra player, we'll go with, I guess, Colton Wong here. And then the flex spot, I'll put in Jock Peterson. No, we're actually going to put in Jason Adam. He'll get some points relieving. So then we're going to go back over to the limited all-star team, swap out Will Benson for Jose Abreu here, and then swap out Zach Gallen for, I guess, Jock Peterson. I'm not super happy about that. I would rather have like my best players in the first lineup, so I think I'm going to swap that Charlie Blackman out here, put him in the limited all-star competition in the outfield, Charlie Blackman here, and then I'm going to put Jock Peterson in here in this slot. So let's look at my teams, make sure these both look good, right? We got Cueto, Duvall, CJ Crone, Ahmed Rosario, Harold Ramirez, Jose Abreu, and Charlie Blackman. That all looks pretty solid. Over on the limited pro side, we got Dean Kramer, Andres Munoz, Brandon Lowe, William Contreras, Jock Peterson, Colton Wong, and Jason Adam. So I think both of these teams have a chance. Again, limited all-star probably has a better chance to do pretty well. But for example, if Kramer pitches super well, or if one of these players has a super good week, we could also place in limited pro. So the final thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go through and register my common all-star team. It looks like we got a lot of people pitching on the common side of things. Guess we'll do Jeffrey Springs. We got Ron Marinaccio or Alexis Diaz. I guess we'll go with Alexis Diaz. He's picking up more points. We got to go with Jose Ramirez here, of course, now that he's playing in this lineup. Travis d'Arnaud. We'll go with Joe Adell. Again, have no real outfielders. And then Matt Chapman. He's been pretty consistent. And then in the flex spot, we'll pick up Zach Plesac here. And I should definitely have enough players to do a training now. Again, a training is just so that they get XP and they can continue to, get more XP to gain more points down the road. So we'll go with Ron Marinaccio, Luke Voigt, Michael Chavez, Austin Slater, Will Benson, Jesus Luzardo. And then I should be able to register another training lineup now that I have all of these players. I can click through and yep. So that looks good. We got 2 training lineups, common all-star, a limited all-star, and then a limited pro lineup. So again, I think we're in a pretty good spot. This week, I'm going to get a tier 3 limited card. I'll make a video about unboxing that tomorrow. And then in that video, if I do decide to swap them in, you'll see that in that video. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.